And we are back. The day is finally here, and it is the World Cup final day, which means, of course, we are going to do our World Cup final prediction with everything on the line. Who is going to come out on top? Is it going to be Argentina or is it going to be France? Stick around to find out my thoughts. Before we do that, I would just say a quick thank you to everyone that has supported this series over the last month. It's been another great series. We've had a lot of views, a lot of likes and a lot of comments. So thank you for all of your support on the channel as always. And of course, we will be continuing with our usual process of Premier League, Champions League, fantasy football, all this, that and the other over the course of the coming months as club football returns. So one last thank you from me. And of course, to drop a like on this video if you have enjoyed this series, and to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of that new content. Let's quickly wrap up what happened in the third place bronze medal match last night, and then we will get in to the final prediction. So we'll go through this very quickly. This was, of course, yesterday's game. I went for 1-0 to Morocco. It was 2-1 to Croatia. A really good, entertaining game. I thought it was going to be a lot cagier than it ended up being. So well done to both Croatia and Morocco for making it a very entertaining affair. Croatia coming out on top, which I would say is probably the correct result on paper. I didn't expect them to play as well as they did, obviously, because I went for Morocco to win. But one last congratulations to Morocco for everything they have achieved across this tournament. And well done to Croatia for getting a third place finish at a World Cup off the back of getting second place finish at the previous World Cup. So for a nation of their size, and to be honest, a nation that's not really ever excelled that well at major tournaments, to get a silver and then a bronze in the last 4 years is a phenomenal achievement for them as well. So well done to Croatia. They get the win. It means, of course, it was a matchday score of 0, meaning the tournament total stays at 46 going into the World Cup final. Meaning to get my pre-tournament target of 50, I have to get the World Cup final result spot on. So big pressure on the final prediction, and I'll just say on the bat now, I've gone for a bit of a wild one. So we'll see if it comes off, and let's just get straight into it right now. So here we go then. The World Cup final prediction. It's Argentina against France. Will Lionel Messi achieve his destiny of winning a World Cup and confirming his status as the greatest of all time? Or will it be a deja vu once again with both Messi losing in a final with Argentina and, of course, France retaining their World Cup by winning in the final? For me, I've always lent on one side of this fixture since I knew this was going to be the fixture, and that is France. I know Argentina have continued to sort of up the ante on every single win they've had so far, but I still think this is, again, their toughest test so far. I know the French have had some serious illnesses in the camp this week, but by the sounds of it this morning, it looks like everyone is going to be available. There was even talk of Karim Benzema coming back into the team, which would have been incredible, but it looks like that's definitely not going to happen. So I still think it's going to be a French win. However, I think it's going to be a very high-scoring, entertaining game because both defences for me aren't that great. I've seen some rumours that Argentina might resort to going at 5 at the back or 3 at the back with wing-backs, which worked really well for them in the first half against the Netherlands, but obviously didn't end up working out in the end. And of course, the French, despite how well they have been going forward, when they're up against half-decent teams attacking, they've struggled. And if Bukayo Saka could rip Teo Hernandez inside out, you bet Lionel Messi's going to rip Teo Hernandez inside out. So I'm really intrigued to see how this one goes. Like I said, I think it's going to be a very, very high-scoring game. It could still be cagey, but like I said, I just don't think the defences are good enough to keep the opposing attacks out. So I really think this is going to come down to who ends up scoring the most goals. And I look at the attacking ability of both teams, and I still think the French just have that little bit extra over the Argentinians. So with that said, I'm going to go for 3-2 to France in the World Cup final. Obviously, it was 4-2 to France in the last World Cup final against Croatia. I think, as I said, it's going to be a phenomenal game. I think it's going to be one of the most entertaining games of the tournament. Could even be the most entertaining game of the tournament, which is exactly what you want from a World Cup final. They obviously had what, in my opinion, was the best game of the previous World Cup in that quarter final, with Mbappe running riot and that incredible Pavard goal and all the things that happened in that one as well. So I'm hoping for a similar affair tonight. And I'm going to go for 3-2 to France with Lionel Messi sadly coming up short once again. I'm not overly fussed, if I'm honest, about who wins this game. As an England fan, I would rather Argentina and France both lost. I'm not one of those people that's like, Messi should win the World Cup just because it's Messi, or France should win the World Cup. So I don't care. I'm a neutral in this one in regards to the fact that I don't really care who wins. In football, very rarely does a team actually, or a player, should I say, get what they deserve. Like, so many players that have played for nations that aren't of the sort of status of their club football rarely achieve their goals. So, yeah, it'd be nice to see Messi win the World Cup, but I'm not fussed either way, whether he wins it or not. And obviously, if France do win it, the heir to Lionel Messi at PSG and Kylian Mbappe will already be at 2 World Cup wins by the age of 23. So, we'll see what happens. That is what I'm going for. Let me know down in the comments what you are going for tonight's game. Both in regards to who you think is going to win and who you want to win. Let me know your thoughts about my prediction as well. Drop a like again if you've enjoyed this series. Subscribe if you're new around here. Ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of the new content. I will be back at some point in the next couple of days to sort of do my wrap up for the whole World Cup, my thoughts on the whole tournament, a round-off of my predictions both for the individual matches and the overall tournament, and then we'll be getting straight back in to the regular Premier League programme as we have even League Cup matches as early as Tuesday night. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon.